Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second official episode of Pints and Powerbombs here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And if you're not familiar with the context of these new videos, we're both going to crack a beer here, and then we're going to talk a little bit about wrestling and what's happened post-WrestleMania, and what are some of the current storylines, and what do we think? So, Ross, what are you going to drink during this episode?
I'm drinking the Lakefront collaboration with Hofbrauhaus House. They're Brow Buddies. This is just as they put, an easy drinking German-style brew by Lakefront Hofbrau. It's just really damn good. I really like it. So if you guys haven't had this yet, absolutely get this. I think it's been a great summer beer.
German-style lager. I am going to crack into a beer that we've been waiting to open for 4 years. Mr. Frank J. Irons left this in my fridge. This is Dogfish Head's 120-minute IPA. It is a Tuesday night. This one is from, God, it's got to be at least 2021 at this point, if not 2020. Maybe older than that, and it's been in my fridge for a while. So, Frank, thanks for the beer, buddy.
He ain't watching.
He's not watching. No way. And that's fine, because all of you are. Let's talk a little bit about wrestling. We just finished up Raw. It's the second week post-WrestleMania. The post-WrestleMania storylines are starting to kick in. What's something that's on your mind? What's one of the storylines you're thinking about?
Well, I think the one we got to go to first is Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, that whole shindig and where that's headed right now. What are your thoughts right now? That smells.
Yeah, I forgot what this even smells like.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. My thing with the Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman thing, Braun Breaker just still feels out of place in that trio. Like it just doesn't.
It.
You love it?
I think it's so good for Breaker. I really do. In my opinion, this feels very much like a bit of like evolution. You think back when like Dave Bautista and Randy Orton weren't anything back then. You had them with Triple H and Ric Flair. Like that got them their break. I think Breaker needs this. Breaker's good and all, but he needs something to get him really over that really big hump, in my opinion. I think this is perfect for him.
I don't disagree that I feel like he needs a push, and getting him linked up with somebody who's already on the top of the card makes sense. I'm questioning whether Seth Rollins is the right person for that, especially when it feels like even in like the promos that Seth is running and stuff like that right now, it feels very much like Braun Breaker is literally just a bodyguard. Like he's barely part of it. Like I've caught Seth even like in his promos, like focusing on himself the whole time. And then he'll just kind of casually be like, oh yeah, and Braun, and like, yeah, you too, like us, yeah, like us. Almost like he forgets that he's even there. He just feels a little bit outcasty in that trio to me. Like if it was just Seth and Heyman scheming, I think I'd be more behind it. And it's not that I don't like it. It's just, I don't know. To me, Braun Breaker has a ton of potential. Is he going to see that being tied to Seth Rollins? I don't think he even has an opportunity to shine, really.
I think he'll be all right. I think he's still young. He's a cup of coffee in the WWE so far. You know, he's still got a lot to go through before he really hits that next level. I don't think he gets there on his own. And if you really want to expedite the process, this is a great way to do it. I get what you're saying. I understand. You got two giant mouthpieces in his corner right now who are going to take up a lot of the bandwidth now. And I fully understand where you're coming from. But to me, that's okay. Let him hide in the weeds. Let him kind of be in the background, learn a bit, figure out what he needs to do. Because right now, his best attributes aren't him on the mic. He's okay on the mic. He's not bad. He's not Ricochet. But this, I think, is a good spot for him. And it'll get him in the main event conversation more so than he was before.
I just feel like he does that on his own. Like, I don't.
But no one really does. Who has? Roman Reigns had the Shield. Orton and Batista had Evolution. Like these, I mean, hell,
Fair enough.
even
I
Rollins
just, I
after.
hope he proves it. I hope he proves it and can step out of Seth Rollins' shadow. They
I
do
think it'll be
something
fine.
with that allows him to shine. Because if not, I feel like he's very overshadowed by Seth Rollins and even Paul Heyman to a degree in that trio.
Yeah, that's fine. I think he'll be all right. I have no quarrels or concern that Breaker won't come out of this like $1,000,000. I think he'll be fine. He's got.
Are they gonna Are they gonna try to do something on this Saturday night main event thing or whatever, where it's gonna be like Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and CM Punk against Rollins?
Oh, you didn't see the announcement already?
Oh, maybe I missed it.
It's Saturday Night Main Event's going to be Punk and Zayn against Rollins and Breaker.
Okay, I didn't even see that announcement, but you could feel it just
Yeah.
from the setup that was
Okay.
coming.
Speaking of the setup, Rollins and Breaker got ran out of the ring on Raw by the three of them.
Hmm?
Is someone else joining Breaker and Rollins?
Yes.
Who? Okay, let's do this. Who you think or who you want to see? You can answer either way.
Do you know how epic it would be if Cody Rhodes joined them?
That'd be kind of fun. That'd be interesting if he goes heel. Like he comes out, makes his return. Everyone's like, "Oh, here he comes to beat up on Rollins," and he turns. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be interesting. Who else could it be though? Who's the guy that just came back over from AEW?
Aleister Black or Rusev?
Russo, I think is who I was thinking of.
Rusev.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
But doesn't he have a history with Rollins too?
He might. I don't know. I don't know that. I just don't think he's any more than. I think he's just a muscle guy who can come in and be a below mid card kind of a guy. I don't see him doing anything for it.
For you, I hope it's Karrion Kross.
So the one name I'll throw out there, I think would be. I don't think he will, but I think he is owed a push or he's owed something right now. It's weird. I think Austin Theory, who is great in the ring, he's got charisma. He's a young guy who was at one point getting that push when Vince was around. Mm-hmm. Vince left and he just got buried. And he's been in this like comedic, stupid role for a while now with Grayson Waller. But dude can work in the ring. He's really good in the ring. He's good on the mic. I think that would be an interesting choice, but I just don't see how you make that connection right now to get him into that storyline.
It's got to be an impactful ad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got to be an impactful ad.
I don't think it can be when it crosses over from SmackDown. Like, I don't think it could be Drew or Priest or anything like that.
And I don't know that Priest needs a faction right now either. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't either. But you get the sense someone else is joining that group. And the other thought is, and I thought about this, does Zayn turn? And, maybe on Saturday night he turns and beats up on Punk, and that's the big twist there.
The last time you could really hate on Sami Zayn was when he was going up against Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What about KO?
If I don't know how real his injury is. If it's true kayfabe, that would be great because I think that'd be an awesome trio, the three of them.
Yeah.
I think he might actually be hurt. I hate speculating on that stuff because I'm going to look like an idiot if I get fooled. But he might actually be legitimately hurt.
It seems like it, but he was at like all the pre-ceremony stuff for Mania and all that jazz too. Like not like he had a neck brace on or anything. I don't know.
Yeah. I just don't see them keeping him out of Mania if he was not hurt. I don't see the point of that.
Yeah. Okay. Where's Cody? Where's Roman?
I think Cody, we talked about this. This seemed like the hiatus he needed. I just don't see where he goes right now. So I think he's gonna be. I don't think we see him until SummerSlam at the earliest.
Is the feud with Cena over, or do they resume it before Cena's done?
I just don't care the Cena storyline. I'm sorry, I don't. Like, it's the same
Cena.
thing.
I appreciate and respect the heck out of Cena. I'm already bored. Like, this feels so set up. Like, there's no way he was that Orton was winning that match.
Yeah.
At
Backlash.
There was no way it was happening. Like, there's no way. It wasn't going to happen. They're not taking the belt off Cena until they have to at this point, because he's their main eventer for this summer. The going away tour of John Cena, like I predicted on our WrestleMania video. Like, sorry, but I did.
This is exactly why I didn't want Cena having the belt right now. Is who cares? So now we know he's not going to lose it till the end of the year, probably. He can't wrestle. Like, I don't see who puts up a believable storyline with him between now and whenever we get to wherever we get.
I do feel like I can see him losing it before the end of the year, because I feel like they play an outro of this. He's going to lose the belt. Maybe he loses it and then flips back face. Maybe he loses it because he turns face in the middle of a match and redeems himself, and there's like a final stanza of the John Cena era.
Yeah. I mean, look, this storyline could shape up fine when we look back on it, but the minutia to get to where we need to get to right now, it's going to suck. It's just going to be boring. I'm not going to enjoy it.
So where does Roman fit into all of this moving forward? Does he come back and feud with the new bloodline, with Solo?
No, he better not. No, that whole bloodline thing needs to die. Just like Judgment Day at this point. I'm just sick of those factions. They're so played out. I think Roman gets involved in the Punk Rollins Heyman thing. I think he comes back with that. I think what they're doing is they're setting up the long time for War Games, and it's going to be the Rollins versus Punk factions or whatever. However those shape out to be. I think that's what we're heading towards with this.
Yeah, that seems plausible.
And it's the Romans will kind of be will he, won't he the whole time, I think. Yeah, you bring up an interesting point in Cody. I didn't even think about Cody joining the Rollins side. That'd be kind of cool.
It'd be interesting because Cody has a history with Sammy, with Jay. You could even say with Punk, right? And the AEW ties and like all of that. Like, and they've talked, like it would be interesting for him to turn on them and join Seth. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what Roman does either. I feel like Roman doesn't have a great spot right now.
I think Roman is the one who eventually takes the belt off Cena. To me, it's like the passing of the torch. Who else? Who else do you want to do it?
Honestly, I'd be fine with Seth. I'd be fine with Cody winning it back off Cena. Interesting. It'd be interesting for like Drew McIntyre or somebody in that vein.
So what if it's they set something up, Cena wins, it looks like he's going to close out the year as the last champion, and then fucking like McIntyre cashes in Money in the Bank and takes the belt off Cena. And that's how Cena's career ends.
Awesome. That would be awesome because if you think about how that storyline would unfold, like McIntyre has been like starving for a championship run for like multiple years. And for him, if he would win Money in the Bank and then cash in on Cena as Cena's walking out the door to keep the belt in WWE, just like as the final fuck you to John Cena, that would be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun.
Money in the Bank's be interesting because it's not always like, I mean, I guess McIntyre won Money in the Bank last year, but did he?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. He did. It was Priest the year before that.
And he cashed in, and CM Punk screwed him out of winning the title, didn't he?
He screwed himself out of it.
Yeah, he screwed himself out of it. Yeah. Okay, let me ask this question. There's a lot of different storylines. I would say not a lot of great ones right now. I feel like they're struggling out the gate. Post-Mania, there's nothing like crazy exciting happening. What are you excited about right now? Like, what interests you that WWE is doing?
I'll go back to the thing we talked at the beginning. I do like the Rollins Punk storyline right now. That's pretty good. Jey Uso, I'm happy for him, but take it or leave it really at this point. U.S. champion Fatu, cool. We'll see what happens with this. I don't know who this new guy. I forgot who the new guy is already. Whoever debuted on SmackDown.
Name was yeah.
At Backlash. I don't know. I'll be honest. There's not much right now. I feel we're in kind of a down spot of the year. I don't think till Money in the Bank I'll have anything to be overly excited about.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of anybody who I'm excited about. It does seem like they're giving Karrion Kross a push of some kind.
Yeah. The best thing WWE has going for right now is Dominic Mysterio. And I cannot believe I'm saying that. It's Dominic Mysterio right now. Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano are the two best things they have going for it right now.
What was the clip from Raw that I saw this past week where Chad Gable walked out on camera, or was it on SmackDown?
It was 2 weeks ago on Raw.
He walked with an El Grande Americano shirt on, and
Priest, or not Pierce.
Pierce was like Grande, and he turns around.
I will say I think that's the best thing they have going, those two storylines. And because I'm sitting here racking my brain, like, who the hell's the IC champ right now? I completely forgot it was Dominic until you started talking about we were talking about it.
The clips I saw from Backlash, probably my favorite clip was his like flying DDT thing that he did. I don't know if you caught that or not.
I didn't catch that.
So he like went from one side of the ring to the other, rope to rope, flew like Superman through the under the top rope, landed, grabbed whoever the hell he was.
Penta?
Was it Penta? It was Penta. And like when he flies, he grabs him in a DDT stance and like fucking DDTs him straight down. It was crazy. It was crazy good. Pretty impressive actually to watch. That was neat.
I think that's the best storyline they got, and I'll see. I'm curious what they do with Finn Balor at this point. Like I said, Judgment Day just gotta go.
Finn needs to get out of there because he needs to go on a run. Dominic needs to go on a run on his own and get away from that. No. There's all these guys out there though that it's like they could do something with if they wanted to. I just don't know. And on the women's side, like, is anybody excited about Becky being back now?
I don't like this Becky character. I'm okay with her being heel, but this like spoiled, whiny side that she like brings out, I don't love the character, but I think that's also kind of the point. So I'm trying to be careful with that because I think that's what you're going for. But we'll see where it goes. I mean, I like Lyra, but I don't know where she goes at this point. If it's just gonna be like a summer-long feud with Becky. Did you catch the tag team match with Io and Rhea? Mm-hmm. That was fun. I do like Roxanne and Julia. I think that they're impressive. I think that could be something good. So I like some of that. I like the fact you're getting some new blood in the women's side. I just don't know where the story goes. Again, I have no idea where they're heading right now.
I just don't know who I'm excited about. Their music hits, and I'm excited about what they're going to come out and talk about at this point.
Yeah, they're entertaining. They're fun as shit.
Promos are my favorite thing. Probably the person I'm most excited to hear from when they have something to say is still Cena right now. Because Cena, regardless of how you feel, is cutting epic promos right now. His promos are great. His shots at Randy Orton on SmackDown last week, epic. When Orton made the comment about how he's a piece of furniture and he's here to stay in WWE, and then John Cena called him a lazy boy on SmackDown. If he's a piece of furniture, he's a lazy boy. Oh my God. He's got his swagger back on the microphone. He just needs to not have it back while he's in the middle of the ring calling all the moves in the ring.
Both the moves that he has.
Both of them. Yeah. But then he put R-Truth through a table during the press conference.
I don't get the R-Truth. Like, I get the R-Truth thing, but I don't like it. Like, what a forced, unnecessary ending to a match. Like, just stupid. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is how he's gonna have to win his matches. He's gonna have to hit someone in the balls, do something dirty, and get some weird, obscure interference throughout this whole thing. It's just and that's where, like, his promos are great. That's awesome. That's fine. But if it's just going to lead to this product, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, I agree. And I did enjoy the RKO party and Orton RKOing everybody in the ring, but was that a believable set of RKOs? No, they weren't out of nowhere. It was pretty obvious the guys were walking right up to be RKO'd and to the mat.
So,
shout out to Pat McAfee for taking some serious chops from Gunther. Like,
McAfee's good. He's good in the ring. But that's another storyline. Where does Gunther go right now?
Well, he's back at Jey Uso.
Yeah, but you think they're going to really give the belt back to Gunther after what, 2+ months? You think that's? I don't think Jey carries the belt for more than 4 or 5 months, and I'm fine with that. But don't go right back to Gunther. Like, who cares?
So, what are the next PLEs? It's Saturday Night Main Event, and then it's what?
Is it Night of Champions?
Clash of Champions, isn't it? Clash of Champions?
Clash of the Castle.
Oh.
Or is it Clash of Champions 2?
I think so. We could look it up.
I'm looking it up.
You have that ability. But what Gunther said on Raw is that depending on who wins at Saturday Night Main Event, he has a match at the next PLE already locked in against the winner.
All right, so we got Saturday Night Main Event on the 24th. Oh, Money in the Bank is next.
Okay, that makes sense, actually.
Okay. So that's June. Jeez. So you got, and this is, I think, part of the problem with WB right now, in my opinion, because we talked about this a bit in our little chat group, that there's too many PLEs. You just have Backlash. You got Saturday Night Main Event. You have 2 NXT PLEs, and then next on May 25th and June 7th. Also on June 7th is Money in the Bank. June 28th is Night of Champions, and then July 12th is another main event, Saturday Night Main Event. Like, that's a lot of PLEs in a very short time frame.
And then SummerSlam comes right after that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a few weeks after that. And then Clash in Paris the same month. There's finally like a break after that. That's a lot. But
yeah. So if we run down our champions, we've got Cena, we've got Jay, we've got Dominic, we've got Jacob Fatu, and then the tag champions are
the New Day. And who's SmackDown? Montez Ford and I can't think of their names.
I don't even know.
Profits? How are their names? Yeah, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Which
okay.
Tells you everything you know with the tag team right now.
So of those, who's the first one that loses the championship? Probably the Profits or whatever you're talking about.
Profits. I'm not even going to count the tag teams. I don't care. I really don't care about the tag team title right now, which is unfortunate because I like tag team, but they're just.
Who's the first one that loses their championship, and who do they lose it to?
I'm gonna say Jey Uso to Seth Rollins. I think Seth takes it off him.
Is there even a match scheduled for that?
No. I don't think the match is
You think that's the first one? With all these PLEs, you think that's the first one?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. What do you think? I'm not counting the tag teams. I'm just excluding those because I don't care.
I think Solo takes the U.S. Championship off of Fatu. I think they're going to build a storyline in the next couple of weeks. After Solo brought in whatever this new dude is, Fatu and him don't get along. I think this is Fatu's opportunity to bail. And I think Solo's going to go after that belt.
All right.
I don't think they're taking that off of Dominic anytime soon because they're not taking the IC championship off Dominic.
No.
Soon. Not before SummerSlam.
Did Gunther say he gets whoever wins at SummerSlam?
No.
When did
I think Money in the Bank. I think Money in the Bank.
Okay. All right. I could see Seth cashing in on Jay that night.
So you think Seth's going to win Money in the Bank then?
I'm just saying I could see it happening. That's all I'm saying. One thing I was thinking as we're kind of going through, especially going back to the Breaker conversation, to get him over, Breaker wins Money in the Bank, cashes in on Seth later this year.
Yeah.
That gets him over.
That's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so switching to the women's side, and we'll close out with this. We've got Tiffy We've got Io. We've got Lyra with the IC championship. We've got who's got the US belt
Chelsea
now?
Green.
Chelsea lost it, didn't she?
Did she?
Yeah.
I didn't see who to who.
Didn't she lose it at Mania?
She wasn't even in Mania.
The US
Neither the
she's not the women's US champ anymore.
it's Selena Vega. When did that happen?
Yeah, that's right. Selena Vega has it. I think it happened at Mania. Did it not?
Happened at SmackDown.
Okay. So, ignoring the tag championships, who's the first one of those women that loses their belt?
I'd say Lyra.
To Becky?
I think she loses it, and I think it's going to be someone like Roxanne Perez or Julia or something like that.
I mean, her and Becky still have a rivalry going on.
Yeah. I don't see Becky taking it off her, though.
But has Becky ever won the Intercontinental? That's new.
That's brand new. It didn't exist till the end of last year, so.
Right.
So there's only been one IC champion.
That's the reason why I feel like Becky could.
She could. I mean, she won the NXT title like sometime in the last 2 years. She won it.
She did.
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't think Tiffy losing anytime soon. Mainly because I don't see anyone on the SmackDown side that would be even remotely relative or interesting for them to take it. I mean, probably gonna set up something like Tiffy and Jade Cargill in the long run.
Unfortunately, I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Money in the Bank. That's all I'm looking forward to right now. Is what do we need to do to get to Money in the Bank? And I think that opens up a plethora of storylines based on who wins and how that's going to go.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. It is still very early in the WWE New Year.
Yeah.
And we're waiting to see what transpires out of all of these stories that they're trying to generate all at one time. So we will see what happens. And it is good, by the way. I'll say this as we close out. It's good to see Alexa Bliss back.
I missed that. Did Alexa Bliss come back?
She came back and she tagged with Zelina Vega.
Oh, I need to watch SmackDown, or at least get the recaps.
You should watch the recaps for sure. I usually watch the recaps just because I don't have time to watch all of the matches. But when I do, I do. But when I don't, it's the next best thing. All right. Well, this is another lengthy episode of Pints and Powerbombs here on Milwaukee Beer Review. By the way, this 120-minute IPA, still pretty good. It's been getting better.
The first couple sips look painful, so
it's very sweet. It's past its prime, I would say. This is probably older than 2020 at this point. But it's good. It's good. So,
all right, good stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see all of you in a future episode, and stick around for more amazing content related to beer, WWE, sports, or whatever else we decide we're going to put out that given week. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.